Hi,
We've,
Simon.
we've had this news about Marcus Rashford, University of Manchester. What's your view of that? Calling him up?
I get the gist of your question. You were breaking up there, but you know we're so proud of Marcus, and I've said it a few times. What great person he is, and a great human being. He cares about so much more than himself, and the work he's done has been. It just shows that he cares so much more about about others than himself. So very proud of him, and hopefully he'll keep his personality for the rest of his life. Just keep on being yourself.
On the pitch, what's the situation at left back? What's the problems with Luke Shaw and Brandon Williams, and will either of them be fit for tomorrow?
Luke has got a swollen ankle, so hopefully I'll give him as much time as possible to recover. It was a twist on his ankle. Brandon's eye he cut up his eye there, so I don't really know. We've not trained this morning. No, none of them trained yesterday, so they were both swollen, and I'll give him as much time as possible to get the swelling away.
Simon Peach.
Morning, Ollie.
Morning.
With the you've obviously named the same starting lineup for a number of Premier League games now. With those slight knocks, and with Chelsea coming up this weekend, another big game, is this going to be a chance to freshen up the team? Do you think?
The decision or the team selection for Thursday is based on Thursday, not on Sunday. Sunday's irrelevant, doesn't come into my head at all. So it's just Thursday league. So we'll see the injury situation. There was a couple of doubts before this game, but before the Southampton one, but they all reported fit on the day. And hopefully we can give him time now, and not having to leave players out because of injury. But as you say, there might be one or two fresh legs coming in.
How have the players responded to probably the first setback since lockdown, since the end of lockdown? And is the message to the players ahead of Palace that this is a must-win, just to keep on the tails of the other teams?
Keep on doing what we have been doing. Just trust ourselves, trust yourself. You're at the club where it always boils down to the last couple of weeks or 2 or 3 games in the season anyway. So we've done fantastic since we restarted. Started with a draw against Tottenham, of course, but then had a great run. And now that little bit of a setback is a test for mentalities.
Mandy Henry.
Ollie, how much do you admire Roy Hodgson for still having the passion to manage at the age of 72? Can you see yourself doing the same?
Unbelievable. I do admire him a lot, because there's 2 things that must have happened there. 1, you must be good at what you're doing, and 2, you must like what you're doing. And Roy has shown us all, the young brigade, what it takes to be at the top. He's worked. He's been in Sweden, Finland. He's been in Norway, Denmark. He's had England. He's had Liverpool. He's had Inter. He's had so many top clubs, and he still looks very young and fresh. So admire him a lot, and it's great to see, and it's great to talk to him, because you get them little golden nuggets when you discuss with managers with that experience.
Martial and Rashford have both got 21 goals, 8 assists, and they say that there's no competition between them. But just how helpful can it be as a forward to have that momentum and to be pushed on by a teammate like that?
It's great when you're a striker, scoring goals, feeling on top of your game, feeling fit, strong. Both of them are fit and strong. Mason as well, he's coming into the frame. He's not looked back since the restart, and it's been fantastic to see them in the training ground as well, and the way they look for each other. It's like, is he in a better position, or am I going to finish? They're all team players, and it's been very, very positive.
James Cooper.
Hi, Ollie. A lot of people have said a lot of things about Manchester City and the CAS ruling yesterday. On the pitch, of course, it means top 4, not top 5. But I just wanted your thoughts about what's happened and where we are with financial fair play going forward.
Well, I think other people can debate that, and they want to debate that. I don't think that's my job. My job's to make sure that we focus on the next game and that we just do the right things. But with financial fair play, I think it was brought in to keep football and football clubs financially sustainable. And I think that's important, but it's also important that we adhere, and they also give us rules to adhere to. So that's what we're focusing on, and let other people discuss what's right and wrong and what's happened.
I just want to take you back to the Palace game at Old Trafford, because you'd had such a strong pre-season, and then you had the defeat at Old Trafford. I'm just wondering after that game whether you thought, blimey, we've got a mountain to climb this season, and whether you've been surprised that it hasn't been as tall a mountain as it maybe seemed right then.
Well, we've come a long way in this season. I think we've hurried this process up by quite a distance with what we've done since we started this season. Then again, that result was a freak result. I don't think that would happen again if we play the same game. But you have to respect teams with the quality that they have. Well organized. Roy always sets his team up very, very structured and organized, and he's got individuals who can win games for him, both at the front, but also Van Aanholt, who scored against us there. He scored a few goals over his career.
James from TalkSport.
Ollie, we saw Anthony Martial score his 50th Premier League goal the other night. Do you expect him now to double up and reach 100 and potentially get his last 50 quicker than the first 50?
He's definitely developing, improving, and he's enjoying his football. He's stepped it up this season, I feel, both as an individual, but more so as a team player. I think what you see, and physically, I remember there was talks about our forwards last season being the least, the least active, and there were some stats flying around. But Anto is now working really hard for the team, pressing from the front, and he is a quality finisher.
Ingrid?
Hi, Ole. This United team that we see now, you think that's the best side you've seen since Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager?
I don't think that's my job to say if that's the best team. But of course we played some good football, some enjoyable football. Now it's about consistency. We know we're privileged to play for this great club and represent this great club. And there's a certain expectation on how we should play football. And we're getting closer and closer to that type of team.
Last one in this section from Andy Mitten.
Morning, Ollie.
Hiya.
You've touched on the strikers. What's your assessment of your defence since the restart?
Well, I think we've had a couple of things against teams that show that we're improving all the time. I think we can defend well at times. Of course, we play so much. When you say defence, I look at the whole 11 that's playing, because we start pressing from the front. Of course, there's not many teams that created chances against us since the restart. We've pressed high, started with Anthony and Marcus, Mason, Bruno, fantastic energy up there. Then at the back end we have David, he had a fantastic save the other day. It's a different type of game for him now. He doesn't have so much to do that he's had over the last few seasons, and I see the improvement all the time. Of course, we're disappointed that we conceded the goal in the last seconds against Southampton, but that happens. Brandon was off. We played with 10 men. Southampton got players who are 7 feet tall. Great delivery by Ward-Prowse. Of course, we should have defended better. We were disappointed in it, but I'm very, very pleased with the development in the whole team.